Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Now, if the emotional post-rock wasn't your bag yesterday, hopefully you're back today because we've got some old school death metal to check out, a new band to the channel as well. I'm just so glad that bands like this are finding out about my channel and want to get on board, sending it over. Because as much as I like the softer stuff as well, I really want to take this channel more in an extreme metal, death, grind, black, hardcore. I want to be really kind of pumping those kind of bands through the channel as a bread and butter of this channel, and then we can have some other stuff and more out the ordinary stuff kind of coming through now and again. But if I can get a bunch of death metal and kind of real extreme metal bands getting bored with this channel and keep sending in their music, man, I'll be one happy guy, because that's just, that's the stuff that needs a channel on the internet as well. There's not too many really extreme outlets for music, especially like this, where someone talks about the music as well. It's not just playing the video. So that's what I want to kind of fill a niche for on the internet. And I'm just so glad that bands like what we've got today are going to help me get there. Sick. This is Denomination. They're from Germany. Say they're a new band to the channel, and it seems like they're just about to put out their new album, although it might already be out. It tells me here that their new album released on February the 22nd, which, if I'm right and I'm getting my days right, was yesterday. But if I look on their page here, there's no posts. The last post was from the 8th of February. And there's no post from yesterday or today about all the album and stuff. So I'm a bit confused about that. Maybe their internet's gone out or something, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know what's happened to these guys since they've released their album. But it says here, we're Denomination from Germany and indulging OSDM with a nasty HM2 sound. The good old HM2 driven style of classic old school death never gets old. And I'll agree with that, but what I will say as well is the HM2's never sounded better in the mix than it has nowadays, because the way we can do the mixes nowadays with the digital edge and everything, really get the sound out of those amps and just pump it through the mix even louder, and I just think it sounds even better. So the track that they've sent over for us to check out today, but we are going to check out another one because they've got a couple of tracks on their page and we like to do that as well. This one is called This Is Resurrection. Let's get it on the screen, give it a spin. Nice bassy low end to this one as well. Yeah.
Abandoned from the
cymbals sound great. Well, I was kind of hoping we were going to get a solo just there. I think it would have been nice. Great guitar tone, HM2, but I will say, it seems to have a more sludgy low end than what I was normally think of with a HM2, which is more of that buzzing, fizzing sound. I think it's because they've just got such a kind of prominent bass tone in this one that's got a grizzle to it as well. And it's just as loud, just as pumped up in the mix as the guitars, and just really gives it a sludgy low end to it as well. Sounded great. It's sludgy death. It's super nice. The cymbals cut over that nicely as well with a great clarity, tinging away on the ride and all of that. Sounded nice. And the drums just cut through the sludge of it as well. The vocals sat in there nicely. Not super loud and prominent, just slightly sat back a little bit so it buries in with the rest of the sound. Very nice. Now, I thought these guys were old school, but as I say, the mix didn't actually sound super old school because the bass had a nice kind of, it was well mixed in there so that it didn't just sound like a big flappy bass. It actually had a bit of kind of tightness to it, which you wouldn't normally get with OSDM. So I thought it was super nice. Very, very cool. I've lined us up another track for us to check out. This one's got a lyric video. I just want to try and get to know these bands a bit more when it's their first time on the show, see what they're all about. This one's called Bugs. Let's give it a spin. Yeah, a bit more chainsaw-y in this one. Sick. Now this one's more my kind of jam. Ticked more boxes for me, this one did. Blasting, sick drum sounds, tinging away, cut through the mix nicely. This one was a bit louder than that last track. Now I'm not sure, I'm going to guess the first track we listened to, there was something with the upload there where it didn't come out as loud as it is on the record, because this one was right up to the limiter and maxed out and loud, and it just gave the guitars even more of that buzz and chainsaw sound, pushed them through the mix harder. So I think on the other track, there must have been a bit of an error in the upload or in the render or something, which just meant that the mix didn't come out with the same kind of force and power that it did on this one. But it made a big difference. It just suited the music even better. It was a bit less sludgy because of that, but it meant the guitars just roared through the mix with that HM2 sound, more, kind of more than what I was expecting from the first track. Had a nice solo in there as well to finish us off, which sounded great. And just a sick energy in that one, blasting away, moving through the tracks nicely, through the sections nicely. And I like the guitar riff in there. It was really powerful. Doom, 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 doom. Just kind of really gave a nice power to that section. Sick. So I'm glad we checked out 2 tracks from this band, and I'm going to keep doing that when it's a new band on the channel and they've made an exclusive sub. We'll look at the one that they've sent through, but if they've got anything else on their channel that we can check out so we can get to know them a bit more, or maybe look through their pages or something, we'll do that as well. Because it always seems to work out nicely where we check out one track and we go, yeah, that was nice, but it would be cool if they did this or that. Or maybe this would be cool if it was different. And then we listen to another track and it's got those things in it as well. And we go, just needed to listen to more of your music to get a good idea of what it was all about. So I think I'll do that when the bands are first coming through on the channel, so we get a good idea of what they're about and get them on board. We'll listen to as much as they've got on their channel. Very, very cool. I've enjoyed this one today. As I say, this is the kind of band that I want to attract to this channel. I don't know quite how I can just really attract extreme bands, other than just keep playing extreme bands on the channel and get them that way. But if you know any extreme bands, if you're in an extreme band and you think, man, yeah, it'd be cool if you checked out our video and talked about our music, please send it over, because this is the kind of music I just want to be spinning every single day of the week. Death, black, grind, hardcore, and then we can have something else that's different, and that would just be the sickest week we could do if you had that every week. So thanks very much to Denomination for getting on board with the channel, sending over their new music. But you need to get on Facebook and promote your new album if it came out yesterday, because it all seems to have gone quiet across all their social networks. But if it did come out yesterday, hopefully we can hear some more tracks from that album as well. If you make another video for it, definitely send it over. We'd be happy to give it a spin. But yeah, that's what I've got for you today. Some nice ripping death metal, just the kind of stuff I want to check out every single day. It's put a big smile on my face. And nice to get a new band on the channel, check them out, see what they're all about. Very, very cool. Hope you're having a good day, guys. We'll see you around tomorrow. Cheers. Bye.